Today's headline that found me said, Gold Digger, Melania Trump's new book faces instant ridicule. Because I consume news most of my waking hours, I was aware of her recent book launch, but to do this report for you, I had to do a deep dive into the mostly secret world of the former First Lady. And today I'll answer the questions, is she a gold digger? And what's the ridicule she faces? And then I will drop my own ridicule bombshell. First up, about her secret world. Anthony Scaramucci, former Trump White House communications director, recently appeared on Midas Touch and delivered his theory on why she's a ghost in Donald Trump's campaign machine.
Anthony Scaramucci is a Trump insider, a former Trump insider, so he has insight.
Nobody wants her to win more than me. Maybe Melania Trump. That could be the only person I think of, because she hates him. Like I judge the hatred of Donald Trump by the Melania standard. Like Ben hates Trump, but slightly less than Melania. My wife hates Trump as much as Melania. I've met one person that actually hates Trump more than Melania. That's General Milley. He's the only guy I've met so far that actually hates him more than Melania. You know what I mean? I always judge the hatred of Trump by the Melania standard.
Next, is she a gold digger as that title suggested? I can't accurately psychologically profile Melania Trump, but I did look at her ex profile and it delivered all kinds of cringe. She doesn't post a lot, and when she does post, there's an odd absence of words. No stories, no emotional hooks, mostly just crass promotion of jewelry that looks like it came out of a claw machine on the Jersey Shore. It is very much in keeping with the Trump empire of messy merchandise. And now for the book, and then I'll share the ridicule it's facing. She launched the book with this video, and as an amateur filmmaker and professional marketing consultant, I have to say the choice of black and white and the lighting you'll see does the opposite of humanize her. It's as if someone said, let's use the same palette as Donald Trump's personality. Watch and tell me if you agree.
Writing this memoir has been a deeply personal and reflective journey for me. As a private person who has often been the subject of public scrutiny and misrepresentation, I feel a responsibility to clarify the facts. I believe it is important to share my perspective, the truth.
So there's the book, at least framed by their promotional video, and here's the ridicule as curated by Raw Story. And on the other side, I'll have something that I think Melania Trump deserves even more ridicule for. One key point critics made about the upcoming book recalls the incident at the Republican convention when Mrs. Trump copied pieces of former First Lady Michelle Obama's speech. I understand this book is a riveting tale of growing up as a young black woman on the south side of Chicago, joked national security lawyer Bradley Moss. And one account for a former CIA lawyer noted the shocking timeline. It's just 2 months until the election. Campaign cash is critical at this point, and Trump is badly behind. So let's check in on what the former First Lady is doing to help close the fundraising gap. And former NBC executive Mike Singleton remarked how unusual it was. Melania Trump appears, no, not to campaign for her husband, silly, to sell a book. And now for the mostly forgotten moment that I think is worthy of even more ridicule. A moment that shows Melania is a cog in the Trump grift machine. When I visited her ex-profile, I was reminded that she spoke at a fundraiser for log cabin Republicans and received the hefty fee of $237,000. The event was at Mar-a-Lago, and I'm guessing she spoke for 20 to 30 minutes. So that means a non-professional speaker who avoids public appearances and is likely self-conscious that English is not her first language received $10,000 a minute for speaking in her own home. That sounds legit, right?
It's an honor and a privilege to be in your presence once again, surrounded by friends and allies who share the common goal of promoting equality for all.
What is certain is that deal was to gain favor and pay off Donald Trump by leveraging Melania's notoriety. And we can assume that Melania's book, coming out just 2 months before Election Day, is also just another tool in the Trump campaign bag. What is uncertain is we just don't know if Melania is a willful accessory to all of this. Should we continue to ridicule her, or is she a reluctant pawn who feels trapped that we should have sympathy for? What do you think? I'm Dan, thanks for watching, and let's continue to occupy democracy together.